So I got through a week without talking about COVID, but here we are again. The boosters are available for those individuals who are 50 and over. There are a whole bunch of different iterations depending on what vaccines you've had before. The easiest way to describe it is for those of us who had Pfizer, this would be my 4th dose. So I would have had 2 shots for the regular vaccine, 1 booster, and this would be my 2nd booster. We have begun to see cases increase, which is the first time in 6 weeks that that's happened. So, you've got to make those decisions, right? The reality is that we each have individual decisions to make. Your decisions will impact others if you choose not to get the vaccine, because obviously you may get it and may be fine, but you may expose somebody else who has a much different reaction. The hours that we're operating are Friday and Saturday and Monday, so please check the website. We are doing appointments, but of course walk-ins are welcome as well. The kids at St. Mary's wanted to find a way to thank the folks in the vaccine tent because they had come over and gotten their shots. And so they made cards for the team at Vineland. And it was so very sweet that they brought the cards in and celebrated with them. And the staff were just absolutely thrilled to welcome them and really grateful for the recognition. And of course, we do this out of a labor of love and because of our deep commitment to the community and to protecting your health. April is recognized for National Cancer Control Month. We know that when cancer is detected early, it's a much better success rate and it's much easier for everybody to create that program around you. And one of those programs that helps do that is New Jersey Seed. It's a state-funded early detection program for cancer. And for Salem, Cumberland, and Gloucester County, we have dedicated staff that are absolutely there to provide those services for you. The other side of the equation is I really want to commend both of our cancer centers because they've done such an amazing job at really connecting people to the clinical trials that are out there once they are diagnosed. We start with what the needs of the patient are, and then we really scan all of the clinical trials that are available to find the ones that match for them. And we've done a very, very good job of finding a success rate that allows us to make sure that we're bringing the state-of-the-art clinical trials to our home communities. So I want to commend both of our cancer centers. We certainly could not do it without all of our donors, and we are so tremendously grateful for the Scarpa Foundation for the work that they have done, and for all of our donors who commit to supporting our cancer efforts. Speaking of donors, I had the privilege of being part of a wonderful ceremony last week. The Deborah F. Sager Memorial Fund supports our neonatal intensive care units in Vineland. And we were actually celebrating with the original founder of our Deborah Sager Memorial, Penny Sager Rossi, the gift that we received from Century Savings Bank. Century has been a 10-year donor to the fund. They've given almost $35,000, and last week they presented us with a $10,000 check. This is a tremendous opportunity for us to really talk about this program. Through the great work of Dr. Gupta and the team there, we actually can care for any child, regardless of how early they are born, in our NICU. This is a tremendous accomplishment. It has required additional equipment, additional training, and all of that has been supported by this Deborah Sager Memorial Fund as well as by Inspira. It was wonderful to hear Penny Sager Rossi talk about the fact that they are near their goal of reaching almost $1 million in principal to be able to have an endowed gift that gives back money every single year without ever touching the principal. It's been a goal of hers since she lost her daughter. And, her daughter was taken much too young, but the reality is she lives on. She lives on through all of the technology, through the continued support of the fund, and most importantly, through those children who are being saved every single day because of her mother's commitment to her. Lastly, I want to tell you about my friend, Dr. Jim George, who I had the privilege of attending his art show last week in Philly. Dr. George is a absolute institution at Inspira, was the original founder of Team Health, which is an emergency room service provider that provides services nationally all over the country. They've long been with us in Woodbury. Dr. George was a physician, emergency room doc in Woodbury. His name is on the outside of our building in Mullica Hill. The George Family Foundation funded a critical gift to us, and as well as the name being on the outside of the building, his art is on the inside. And Dr. George, after suffering a spinal cord injury in 2016, started taking up painting as a way for him to heal post his injury. He has been an inspiration to those individuals who also have suffered spinal cord and brain injuries to find those connections through art to heal. I am grateful for donors like Penny Sager-Rossi and Dr. Jim George, who give so much of themselves to make sure that our organization can continue to be all it can be for our communities. So I wish you well as we enter April. Hopefully not so many April showers and lots of sun. And until we meet again, be well and stay safe.